Welcome back. So in today's Ask Allison, it is our final part of this week of talking about business boundaries. Here is our question. I just found out a former client from years ago is making donations to a mental health charity in my name and has been for years. It's a great program that I'm not affiliated with, but the gesture is unusual and I've been unsure about how to feel about it from all angles. Is this an ethical issue? So I'm going to thank Therapy Notes first for sponsoring us. So this is a really fascinating situation, and I'll be honest, I hesitate to determine whether or not it's an ethical issue because I'm not an expert on ethics. I would recommend that you call your malpractice insurance to talk through it with an attorney. I know that ethical and legal are not the same thing, but there is a solid overlap. So it should be free to talk to them. What I do want to talk about is what to do if the attorney says that it needs to be stopped, or even if it doesn't need to be stopped, but you feel uncomfortable enough with it that you want to make it stop. So I'll get on the phone and I would say something like, oh, Jane Doe, I found out that you've been donating to X charity in my name. X charity does great work. Thank you for taking care of our community and for wanting to include me in on that. I do want you to put your name on that instead of mine. I want your just generosity to be attributed to you. I want you to own that. And to just be really firm with that. It could be an email if you don't have a current phone number, but just being very clear. And you don't necessarily have to say, ooh, it makes me uncomfortable. I don't really know what to do with this, unless you want to, and you can do that in a way that feels ethical to you. But I think just setting kind of a firm boundary of what you want it in her name. Yeah, so that's what I would do. And I think it's really important to acknowledge their intent and to state your preference in the boundary. They may be embarrassed at the rebuff, so be ready to speak to that in the same way that you would have in sessions when you were working together. It's certainly a really kind gesture on their part and likely something they did because you inspired them to do good in the world. So of course it comes from a really good place. And I would also be a little squirmy about it. So I hope that helps. I know it's not like a hard and fast solution that you might be looking for, but it gives you some things to think about and some directions to potentially take. If you guys have questions for Ask Allison, please DM me over on Instagram. I'm abundance_practice_building. And if you need help building a practice that you're really proud of, come and join us over in the Abundance Party, where we teach you everything you need to know to get your practice where you want it. That's at abundanceparty.com. Have a great day.